Hey kids, your adults voted Petaluma Pete as this year's best local musician.
This is for kids only.
This is for kids only.
This is for kids only.
Hey kids, Petaluma Pete, and we are in downtown Petaluma today, and we're going to learn a new word. That word is pumpkin. Have you ever heard that word before? Pumpkin? Well, we're going to go see a real pumpkin patch, and if you want to know more, come with me. Take a look at this map, kids, and you will see there are 5 full-time pumpkin patches open now through October. Your adults can take you to the Peter Pumpkin Patch at the Spring Hill Jersey Farm, Anderson's Organic Veggie and Pumpkin Patch on Bodega, Petaluma Pumpkin Patch out on Stony Point Road, Peterson's Farm out on Gossage Avenue, and the Adobe Pumpkin Farm out next to the airport. And while we encourage your adults to take you to every one of them, we're going to visit the location out next to the airport because that one not only has an upright piano on the premises, Petaluma Pete was playing there. So he took the tour since he was already hanging out. Now, pumpkin patches have changed a lot since our kids were kids. That's no kidding. We didn't have haunted houses with dark hallways to walk through, and that was just for the grown-ups, because this pumpkin patch also has a second haunted house for kids only that's a little less scary, but just as spooky. Back in our day, we also didn't have access to a gift shop, or these big walls for kids of all ages to climb while tied to a safety rope. We didn't have coffee shops with incredible gourmet drinks made to order right there in front of your eyes. And we certainly did not have big blow-up Halloween-themed jumping cages, nor did we have a big saber-toothed lion looking like it was having kids for breakfast. We did have horse rides back then, and this place also had cows that kids could come up to real close if they wanted to, along with these cute little pigs suitable for petting, and goats that came right up to you. There was this big open field that had hundreds and hundreds of pumpkins still growing out of the ground. And everywhere you looked, there were all sorts and sizes and colors and shapes gathered together so kids could goof around with them while their adults shopped for spooky Halloween gifts and decorations and costumes and masks and table accessories and whatnot. They even had a building there that featured only local handmade crafts, kids, with very creative holiday items right there, made right here in Petaluma by Petalumans. They also had tractor rides, kids, where this big green machine would pull you and your adults all over the place while sitting in this big green people wagon, and they'd let you off way out in the field where you can walk through this very real but very kid-friendly cornfield maze with all these different paths taking you in all sorts of directions to make you wonder where you are. Petaluma Pete spent a whole week in there one afternoon. There's also a smaller maze made with hay bales so you can see where you're going for kids only. We saw a pyramid made of hay bales that kids can play on, and these really funny cartoon drawings on this big wall that had these holes cut out where you can stick your head and have your picture taken looking like somebody else. Yes, pumpkin patches have certainly changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, and that's the families that gather together to celebrate with their kids. This kid was getting ready to go into the haunted barn when we noticed she was wearing pumpkin socks. This kid was just waking up when we noticed she was actually dressed like a pumpkin from head to toe. These kids were in tow, a matched pair, and they had their hairdos that looked like, you guessed it, pumpkins. There was also a big birthday party gathering for Rowan, and Rowan got to sit at Petaluma Pete's piano and wear Petaluma Pete's derby hat while the whole gang sang a rousing rendition of Happy Birthday. Petaluma is one of the most family-friendly towns on the planet, kids, and Petaluma's pumpkin patches are just one more example of how kids are what it's all about. Well, that about wraps it up, kids. Until next time, remember to be nice to everyone, listen to your teachers, and eat more veggies.